Okay, continuing here with question 7. And we have a comparison about how many times more mass does a giraffe have than an ant. So this is the division problem as we are being asked about how many times. So the answer is going to be so many times more. Times implies multiplication. So we need to divide to get the product or the quotient. So we start placing the larger number on top of my fraction division. Let me see, 2 times 10 to the 3 divided by 3 times 10 to the negative 3. We separate 2 over 3 is that fraction 0.667 to round, and dividing 10 to the 3 over 10 to the negative 3. That is a difference of 6, right? If you go from 1,000 of a unit all the way to 1,000 units, or if you want 10 and it's 3 minus a negative 3, negative times a negative is a positive, so 10, 3 plus 3. So it's 0.667 times 10 to the 6. As we know, we need to move the decimal point to the right 6 times. So if we have 0.667, this point needs to move 1, 2, 3, and 3 other times filled with zeros. So the answer is going to be, let's see. There's more than one answer for this. We could have filled it with 6s and put a 7 at the end, but this is acceptable. So we use again our keyboard given, and time to erase the drawings and submit the question. Question 8 is a drag and drop tool. So if I grab this square root of 2, I can place it on the number line. Another chance to tell you that the square root of 2 is approximately 1.4. And the square root of 3 is approximately 1.7. 1.7. So let me try to drop that. This is, of course, something you need to memorize. So if you get this question, you know more or less where to place the radicals, the square roots, and that's all there is to it. Remembering 1.4 and 1.7 for radical 2 and radical 3. Okay, now a rental car company has a linear pricing plan. The total cost C to rent a car for 2, 4, 6, and 10 days D is shown. So we have a table. What is the daily rate? The daily rate, we need to find the pattern of Y over the pattern of X. The pattern of X is easy to see. It changes by 2. And the pattern of Y, it changes by 90. So the slope or rate is the same thing. It's 90, the change of Y over, sorry about my board, you see. 90 over 2 or $45 per day. Okay, so now we are writing y equals, or in this case, C, whatever letter they use for y, C equals 45x plus my y-intercept, which is the difference between multiplying 2 times 45. So let me do this. Y is equal to 45 times 2. If I use the value 2 for x, what should be the result when I use 2 as the input and run it through my function here? And what do I get as an output? So we multiply 45 times 2 and we get 90. 90 plus a certain number has to give me 105, because that's the value that I have for 2. And the slope itself gets me to 90. All I need is 15 more, which is probably a one-time fee. So 15 is my y-intercept. So my slope is 45. My y-intercept is 15. And the equation should be, in this case, y is going to be C, is equal to $45 per day D plus the $15. That's my difference to reach to what the table is telling me. Now let's just prove this. Let's check it with 4. See if I get 195 when I plug in 4 into D. So I'm going to write 45. Let me see. I'm going to write C is equal to, equal to 45 D plus 15. So now D is 4 in this case, just to make sure I get 195. See that I got it right. So 45 times the value of D, which is 4. Sorry again, maybe here. This is not going to be too fun. $45 times 4 plus 50. 45 times 4 is 180. Plus 15 is 195. So we found the correct equation right here. So they're asking me write an equation, the A, what is the daily rate? We just type 45. We don't need to say D, it's just 45. And B, write the equation. We have it right up there. C equals, using the keyword below, we have C and D. So there's nothing we could have done. We couldn't have done Y or X. 45D plus 15. Let me pause, and I think it's a good time. That was a long question. You may want to go over it. So this is a good time to take that second break, because as you can see, that's the end of the non-calculator part of the practice.